We are live in 3, 2, 1.
Making sure that you're very cautious where you cross the street.
Tips and tricks to keep you safe on Halloween.
The Budweiser Clydesdales are making a special appearance in Utah.
Welcome to Newsline. It's Wednesday, October 30th. I'm Joseph Carson.
And I'm Amy Hamilton. It's time to break out your winter coat as temperatures are hitting record lows across Utah.
Berto Sanchez is live in Provo. Berto, just how cold did it get?
The record low temperatures have the Beehive State shivering, and Cassidy McKinney tells us just how this chilly weather is affecting Utah businesses.
This frosty weather is throwing a total curveball at the state's seasonable fall attractions. Looking at this weather map, you can see that the Intermountain area is facing an early cold front. Utah temperatures are averaging below freezing, which is definitely not the type of weather that you want for outdoor activities like hay rides or corn mazes. And because of the cold, dozens of fall-specific businesses are closing up shop early during what should be their peak season. And this weather is so scary that even the Fear Factory up in Salt Lake is closing down for a few nights. They posted this meme with the caption, "How we feel about the cold right now. Remember, we're closed tonight to keep our monsters, staff, and customers safe and warm." But hey, don't worry, they will be reopened tomorrow for Halloween. Another business that's feeling the freeze is Lagoon. The popular amusement park was forced to end its season early due to the inclement weather. Here's a look at their homepage. You can see that it's closed today and tomorrow, and it's currently 22 degrees at Lagoon. That is crazy for October. Now, not all businesses are sulking about these frigid temps. The folks up at Alta Ski Resort are really happy with these early snowstorms. They posted this video earlier today, and that just looks so cold. Skiers and snowboarders, listen up. There are rumors that Alta may be opening its lifts early this year because of all the snow. So while the icy weather means bad news for autumn businesses, it looks like Utah's snow resorts will have a great season.
This cold weather has many snow sport enthusiasts excited for another season. Several ski resorts are opening their slopes early this year thanks to the low temperatures. Bryan Head Resort's opening day is November 15. Park City Mountain opens on November 22nd. Alta Ski Area November 23rd. Snowbird November 29th. And Sundance Mountain Resort opening day is December 6th. Brighton Resort will announce its opening day on Friday.
Temperatures are dropping, and so is your tire pressure.
Newsline reporter Andrea Cabrera found out how these low temps affect our vehicles. Andrea, what happens when these drivers don't winterize their cars?
With an early snowfall and a car that has not been winterized, your car faces serious problems while on the road.
Really cold.
As temperatures continue to drop and the roads start getting icy, it's important for drivers to winterize their car.
I was driving on the freeway, hit something I wasn't expecting, ended up spinning out. The whole situation could have been avoided if I'd have been on top of it.
There are several things a mechanic will check to winterize a car. Some of those include brakes, lube, and even heaters.
Otherwise, your windshield's going to freeze up.
It is also important to have good tires.
I would say 90+% of accidents on the road nowadays are due to bad tires.
Good tires during summer are not good tires during winter. Normal tires have basic treads and are good for all weather purposes during the summer and rain. Snow tires are a little more aggressive.
They have these siping cuts in them. That makes the tire a little bit more pliable. And we have these holes here that we fill with metal studs. That way it can grip the road like spikes in icy weather.
Other important ways of taking care of your car include windshield wipers and your engine.
You got to have good wipers. You need to be able to make sure you wipe your windshield.
While some drivers take precaution, other drivers
Don't really care about it.
Truth is, driving an unwinterized car is not safe in freezing temperatures.
You could put somebody's life in danger, and to me that's a little upsetting because that could be my family or me, myself, and just for a couple $100, that really sucks. You can't put a price on someone's life.
to encourage people to take precautions in order to avoid accidents. And like the saying goes, better safe than sorry.
Thanks, Andrea.
A cougar was spotted roaming around in a Herriman neighborhood just yesterday. A woman who encountered the big cat just feet away from her called the police, and now the community is taking necessary precautions. Ashley Ward reports.
The cougar was found near South Dominica Lane while a resident was taking her dog out at 1 a.m. and sighted near Foothills Elementary School early Tuesday morning around 6 a.m. Police advised Silvercrest and Foothills Elementary to keep kids in during recess and all school activities. Herriman police say it's common to see mountain lions come out during these seasons.
During the winter season, obviously they're searching for food and they're coming down from the mountain. When you're at the base of a mountain, whether you're on the east side or the west side, you tend to experience this.
People who live on the street where the cougar was seen don't know how they would have reacted if they ran into a cougar.
I don't know if running is the correct answer, but maybe I would run. I'd take my dog out, so maybe I'd let my dog go. My dog could distract them, maybe. Save me, I guess, if it comes down to that.
Just last year, a cougar was seen by U-111 and a resident caught this footage. The Utah Division of Wildlife Resources gives us some advice on what to do if you encounter a cougar. First, stop. Never run from a cougar and do not approach the cougar. Maintain eye contact. Pick up small children and pets or keep them very close to you. Stand up tall and do not crouch or squat. Make yourself look bigger by raising and waving your arms or jacket above your head. Talk firmly in a loud voice and back away slowly to leave the area. Herriman Police Department say if you ever encounter a cougar, immediately call the Utah Division of Wildlife Resources at 801-538-4700. Reporting for NewsLine in Herriman, I'm Ashley Ward.
A 23-year-old man from Taylorsville is facing criminal charges after throwing his girlfriend's dog to the floor, hitting a clothes washer, causing the dog to die. Police say it all happened because the boyfriend, Yulong Du, was jealous his girlfriend let her dog sleep in her bed after an argument, but not him. During a physical fight with his girlfriend trying to get to the dog, Du repeatedly said he was going to kill the dog. Du is being charged with aggravated cruelty to animals, assault, criminal mischief, and intoxication. A FedEx ground manager is being charged on accusations that he took bribes from multiple Utah truck company owners. The truck owners paid more than $1 million to secure hundreds of millions in revenue over the last 10 years. 10 people were charged in the U.S. District Court, including 47-year-old Bountiful resident Ryan Lee Maurer, who is the highest-ranking FedEx ground employee in the state. The company is disappointed by the egregious actions and is cooperating with authorities.
Salt Lake City Mayor Jackie Biskupski went to Washington, D.C. to advocate for clean energy. Mayor Biskupski went to Washington, D.C. on Tuesday to participate in a push for new federal legislation that would help cities transition to clean energy both for municipal government and for residents as well. The city has been working closely with Rocky Mountain Power and the Public Service Commission to complete the transition. Biskupski seeks to Salt Lake City to hit its goal of 100% clean energy by 2030. Mitt Romney doesn't want your Social Security to run out. Romney led a group of senators who introduced a bill Tuesday that would create congressional committees to restore and strengthen federal trust funds that millions of Americans rely on. These senators say that at the current rate, these funds will be used up in 13 years. The bill calls for the Treasury Department to report on the government's endangered federal trust funds and 30 days of the passage.
Halloween is tomorrow, and as daylight savings and colder weather approach, it's important for children to stay safe and warm outside. Julie Denna tells us how trick-or-treaters and parents can prepare.
Children take to the streets one night a year when it's perfectly fine to accept candy from strangers.
One of the riskiest parts of Halloween is letting children loose throughout neighborhoods. While it's particularly safe to have a lot of people out and about at the same time, it's still important to follow some simple safety precautions.
The biggest thing is probably crossing the streets. Kids get so excited, and many times parents will have many kids with them, numerous kids with them, so they'll run to cross the street because they're so excited.
Staying in groups and having young children always accompanied by an adult is another important safety measure.
Making sure that you're very cautious where you cross the street, use crosswalks.
There are a few things that parents and trick-or-treaters can do to remain safe this holiday.
Before you leave the house, make sure that the costumes that you're wearing, your kids are wearing, whomever it is, Make sure they fit properly so that you can actually see through them and see well.
Bringing a light can help parents know where their kids are and help drivers stay aware of where children are in the road.
Whether you have a glow stick or a flashlight, something that helps you, being well lit is important. So
we always put glow sticks on them so that they're visible to cars and us, so we can see where they are.
Although the purpose of the holiday is to eat and share candy, homemade sweets and unwrapped candies are not recommended treats.
When you're allowing your children to eat candy, make sure that you look through it first. Stick with store-bought candy.
Sergeant King also recommends that parents make sure their children are bundled up for health concerns in these freezing temperatures.
As Cassidy mentioned earlier, Utah is already experiencing record-breaking temperature lows, so please bundle up. If you will be out late, make sure to light up your glow sticks and stay safe tomorrow night. Back to you.
Thanks, Julie.
The Utah Highway Patrol is increasing DUI enforcement for the Halloween weekend. Law enforcement officers will be working over 200 extra shifts tomorrow to deter, detect, and remove impaired drivers on the roads. Utah Highway Patrol says to help people get home safely, call 911 if you see a drunk driver. If you have a friend who is about to drink and drive, take their keys away. Always plan before you party, and remember that it is never okay to drink and drive. Department of Public Health says a DUI can set you back $10,000.
Budweiser is celebrating the Utah beer law change and bringing the world-famous Clydesdales to the streets for Halloween. After 86 years, tomorrow, Utah changes its beer law from a 3.2% to 5%, allowing Utahns to drink Budweiser's normal recipe. Putting the previous beer law to rest, they are marking the death tonight at 7:30, where the Clydesdales will go along the corner of 200 South and State Street in Salt Lake City. The horses will also celebrate Halloween along the historic 25th Street in Ogden tomorrow.
A plane crashed just miles from an airport.
We'll tell you where it happened and what the plane hit. Gender reveals take a turn for the worse. Find out what happened and who was injured.
And a deer crashed into a bus. Up next, what happened and who was involved.
Where's Tommy?
I thought he was with you.
No.
Jack.
Tommy?
Go get him.
Don't stop. Keep playing. Here we go. Here's the fun part.
Did you do this?
Great job.
Encouragement. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Take a look at this video caught on a neighbor's doorbell camera. A small plane is seen falling from the sky. The plane crashed into a home, killing the pilot and setting 2 homes on fire. Neighbors say it was a miracle that no one else was killed. The crash happened less than 5 miles from Linden Airport, where the plane was supposed to land. The National Transportation Safety Board is investigating the cause of the crash. 2 different gender reveal parties quickly turned dangerous. One woman is dead after an explosion happened at a gender reveal party in Iowa. The 56-year-old was hit by debris and pronounced dead at the scene. The next day, another blast from a gender reveal explosion shook homes more than 2 miles away. Nobody was hurt.
A school bus driver is going into surgery after a deer crashed into the front window of his bus.
He stood up and his hand was all bloody. He had blood on his face. He had blood on his leg. And he just told everyone to get off the bus.
Students were on their way to school yesterday morning when the buck crashed through the window onto the driver. Police say the deer was first hit by a car and the impact launched the animal into the bus. The bus driver broke his hand but was able to bring the bus to a safe stop. 5 students were treated for minor injuries, but no one else was hurt. A Halloween tradition in high heels. Nearly 3,000 people lined the streets last night with glamorous costumes, pop and dance moves, and of course, high heels. This annual high heel race is put on by the district's LGBTQ Affairs Department. Racers say the event provides an opportunity for unity, healing, and fun.
The San Velo mental health app is now available to BYU students. NewsLine reporter Kyle Perry is there to find out more about this opportunity. Kyle, what is the San Velo mental health app?
BYU has partnered with the San Velo app, the reported best worldwide mental health app, providing students, staff, and faculty access to the premium subscription features for free. The subscription feature for the San Velo app is usually $9 per month. The app is free but normally has limited accessibility. This premium subscription offers a variety of useful features.
It's got different levels of interactivity on it. It can prompt you throughout the day to kind of check in and see how you're feeling, or give suggestions on different things you can do to help manage your mood or relax.
The app has pre-programmed emotion managing exercises and routines ranging from meditation to keeping a mood log. These features are meant for you to get in touch with how you're feeling and make goals for your own personal improvement.
A lot of people are so afraid to speak about mental health and often don't even recognize it like within themselves, and I think an app that is so accessible, you know, and that's free, that's a really, really great opportunity for people.
But this could be a good start for people who don't feel comfortable coming into the office or the CAPS office, or for people who just have mild needs for mental health. At least teaching people about how to keep up on mental health. I think that'd be essential.
This app is available to all students, staff, and faculty. Counseling and psychological services emphasize that it would be a waste for anyone to pass up on this, regardless of their connection with mental health. San Velo has been described as an excellent preparatory and preventative measure.
Between the stress of work, midterms, and heavier assignments, I think we can all benefit from downloading this app. I'm Kyle Perry, here at BYU in Provo, reporting for NewsLine.
Thanks, Kyle.
The future of coding is changing one classroom at a time. NewsLine reporter Sarah Collins found out how this skill is being implemented in elementary classrooms throughout Utah and why this is so important to future generations. Sarah?
It's awesome to have a hard skill such as coding.
Computer programming and coding is a skill that is vastly changing the career field, but it is a skill that many people feel intimidated to learn.
Being a woman, especially half Korean, I don't look a lot like the rest of the class.
Coding is a field that is primarily male-dominated. According to a study, only 25% of computing jobs are held by women. In order to help the field grow in diversity, kids as young as elementary school are learning programs that teach computer technology.
At the elementary level, we view coding as a literacy.
Clark Merkley trains teachers in elementary schools to teach computer science and computational thinking concepts to their students.
Our mission, frankly, is to get more girls and underrepresented minorities coding.
Throughout the state of Utah, teachers are working with Boot Up to train more students to build code with elementary programs like Scratch and Scratch Junior.
I'm starting Scratch here in 3rd grade.
Every student has the opportunity to learn these programs in their weekly computer lab.
What I really like is these simple steps are allowing all these girls in here to feel confident.
Utah is even hoping to enforce a statewide plan to give every student universal computer science education.
Every school district in Utah will be doing this.
For Whitney, she knows that she is forging a path for young kids to be able to achieve careers that they never thought possible.
I'm okay with being an example and being a first person to do this, or being the minority, because I know a lot more people like me will follow.
That was Sarah Collins reporting. Thanks, Sarah. Halloween is big this time of year, but don't forget about the Day of the Dead. The Kennedy Center is hosting a celebration for the holiday today, tomorrow, and Friday. Chris Jacobs is there now. Chris?
Yeah, it's they have quite the decorations put up at the Kennedy Center. It's very, very beautiful. The holiday is also known as Dia de los Muertos, and is a time for people to celebrate the spirit of their ancestors. Take a look.
The musicians over here. Let's go look at the musicians.
the mariachis.
Meet Rita Cortez,
My parents are on this table somewhere on one of the pictures.
a foreign flagship director at BYU and a lover of Dia de los Muertos. She wants to make sure the holiday gets the attention it deserves.
One year I decided, I'm going to ask our dean if he'll let me have something here on campus, and he did.
Like all holidays, decorations and food are a main part of the celebration, but for Rita, there's something more.
Pulling out pictures of my ancestors. I've never personally met them, but I know of them. What did they do, and how did they affect me today?
It's about her ancestors and the love that connects her to them.
The part I enjoy the most, in fact, not all the beautiful decorations and the fun colors, but them, the people that shaped my life and who I am.
The holiday is filled with symbolism, and while it may seem a bit macabre if you aren't familiar with it, it is a very happy and spiritual day for those who celebrate.
Well, how are you celebrating death? It's kind of morbid, but it's not. I mean, we all know that it's part of our lives. And so things like this, I think, make it fun and kind of interesting and light.
The celebration spans 2 days.
First is to invite or honor the spirits of children, and then November 2nd is for adults who have passed.
Families, students, and faculty are all invited.
So here it is. Families are forever, and that's why I do it. That's really why I do this and why this holiday is so meaningful to me.
If you go to the Kennedy Center, you will be able to actually leave a note for your ancestors. They're also going to be doing celebrations today, tomorrow, and Friday. You can go for tours at 10 a.m., noon, or 2 today and tomorrow, and they have a mariachi band on Friday. Back to you.
Southern California is under a red flag warning as the state continues to receive high winds and no rain for more than 5,000 firefighters are battling the largest of the 10 major fires currently raging across the Golden State. Southern California is under the first ever extreme red flag warning issued by the National Weather Service. Now back here in Utah, things are very cold thanks to that cold front that came here earlier this week. Now we see her right here, right in our state of Utah, making its way all the way out to Colorado, which will soon be out of our hair. Unfortunately, the temperatures will stay cold for the next couple days. Now this cold air has given us record-breaking low temperatures for the month of October. Last time we had a record-breaking low was in October of 1971. Now our highs and lows, as you can see, most are Logan 26, 28 at 8, Vernal 21.2, Price 31.6, St. George 50.27. Temperatures are so cold. Now for the southern Utah 5-day forecast, sunshine and clear skies throughout the rest of the week. Temperatures will go back to normal towards the weekend onto the next week. Our 5-day forecast for northern Utah, again, sunshine and clear skies for the rest of the week, and temperatures will be coming back to warm. We'll be right back.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
BYU head coach Kalani Sitake addressed the media on Monday, and with the recent struggles against rival Utah State, coach definitely had some things to say about this weekend.
I just want the wheel back, that's all. Tons of respect, and wish them all the best of luck except for this week.
The Cougs have lost the last 2 meetings with the Aggies and make their way to Logan on Saturday to battle for the coveted wagon wheel, the mascot of the rivalry. Kickoff will be a late one at 10 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Mountain Time. And the 2019 campaign started off great for the BYU women's basketball team. They hosted Westminster College last night in an exhibition match and defeated the Griffins 69-61. Led by Brenna Drollinger and Chalet Salmon, the Cougars get it done in comeback fashion. And along with the women's team, BYU men's basketball announced yesterday that their first game of the season will host Division II opponent UT Tyler. That exhibition will be played at the Marriott Center on Friday evening, where we'll get to see the first in blue and white for many players, as well as new head coach Mark Pope. And following their dramatic 1-point win in Phoenix on Monday, the Jazz return home to face the 3-1 LA Clippers. With what could be the top two teams in the West this year, Salt Lake is in for a show tonight. Two-time Finals MVP Kawhi Leonard will look to spoil the fun when the Claw comes to Utah. And the Nats and Astros must be getting good sleep on plane rides because all 6 World Series games so far have been won by the visiting team. That's the first time that's happened in MLB, NBA, or NHL postseason history. And it was a great one last night as the Nats force a Game 7.
On Soto. That is hit in the air to right and way out of here. Wow.
Wow is right. Not only did that homer solidify the Nats' win, it sparked a new fire for the Nationals. It's going to be an incredible Game 7 tonight. We have 2 Cy Young winners starting on the mound for both sides. Max Scherzer and Zach Greinke will pitch tonight in Game 7. And my goodness, Game 7. Is there anything more exciting in sports than a Game 7?
It's a big thing.
Free tacos might be a little bit more exciting,
Hey,
but
there
Taco
it is.
Bell is giving away free Doritos Locos Tacos today. The giveaway goes with the fast food restaurant Steal a Base, Steal a Taco World Series promotion. Washington Nationals' Trey Turner stole second base during Game 1 of the series, hence everyone getting a taco. But the time you have to get a free taco is limited. The deal only lasts 4 hours from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Thanks, Trey.
I would love a free
No
taco.
kidding.
Myself a taco.
What am I still doing
okay.
here?
Well, that's all we have for today. Thanks for joining us today for Newsline.
For more information on our stories or to share them with your friends, check out our website at universe.byu.edu/Newsline.
Have a great day.